So hello, welcome back to my channel everyone. This is your Robotic Bhaiya with a new video, and this video is based on a topic which is I have particularly found this topic on YouTube, but I didn't get any relevant videos on it. This topic is based on how you will think of making a project and how you should think of making a project while you're in the first year or second year. So let's get into the video. So have you ever thought of making a project? Like personally, I know many of my friends who haven't ever thought of making a project when they were in a school or in their college right now. So I want to know just whether back in school or in college, like I'm assuming that you were in your first year. So have you ever thought of making a project? Because the way you think of making a project and the way the project actually comes, the outcome of the project actually arrives, is very much different from each other. So how to make a project is very much required to know correctly. So broadly classifying the types of project, we have two types. One is hardware and the next one is software. Now hardware projects are basically those kind of projects which deals with electronic components like transistors, resistors, inductors, then various sensors, microcontrollers, and everything with and all these components are driven by a part of software codes which are in it. And also, in the case of software, we have codes like code projects, like web development projects, and what we'll be speaking about all this in the coming slides. So broadly classifying the projects, we have what hardware and software, and there are another kind of project where both hardware and software are required. Okay, we'll speak about that later. Let's classify hardware. Hardware projects includes car related projects like RC car. So RC car means like we build various kinds of robot cars using Arduino and other microcontrollers, like firefighting bots. We have Bluetooth controlled car. We have voice controlled car, etc. Then we, for the second topic, we have human welfare related projects. These kind of projects basically deals with biomedical engineering stream. They collaborate with each other and they make projects like arthritis pain relief. Like there is a very famous project. These kind of human welfare projects, there are many kinds as well in it, broadly classifying it. And agriculture related projects is the next topic. So agriculture related projects are those projects which solve the maximum main problems of agriculture in our recent times. Now comes the basic science projects. Basic science projects is not the projects which we do in our school life or in our national competition. Like those type of projects are very much basic and they are good for our school level only, but not for the college or engineering level. The slightly advanced version of these basic science projects are known as basic science projects here in engineering. And water related projects are basically deals with hydroelectricity. There are many hydroelectricity is the main part of this classification of projects. Here, as we know that coal is not replenished, we cannot replenish coal because it is made after thousands of years decomposition process. It's a huge time, so we cannot replenish it. So we humans need to find an alternative of coal, diesel and petroleum to survive. So for that reason hydroelectricity is very much required. So water related projects are very good projects as far as your CV is concerned. Now comes to the software part. So what we have in the software, we have, there is, I have listed as 6 points, but there are many more, but these six are very much important as compared to software projects. Like Android based projects are basically making apps, based on various platforms. Like I use Android Studio for making my Android apps. You can use anything. Flutter is also there for designing. Okay, so Android apps or iOS apps you can also make, but you can also make dual platform apps both on Android and iOS. So these kind of projects are software projects. We have GPS based projects, like the projects which deals with GPS location. We have WebD based projects, are basically, this is basically web development or website making projects. Like you make various kinds of websites using various technologies like blockchain, DBMS, algorithms, ML. There are many kinds, so you use them and make a good responsive website. The most basic project you can do as per your first year is concerned is, for CSE students, you can make a portfolio profile or a portfolio website on this topic WebD. I personally made one. I'll surely show you in some other videos. Okay, and chatbots. So you can make chatbots like chat GPT. It's a very simple code. It's basically consists of hardly 100 to 150 lines of code, and you will create a marvelous, beautiful chatbot of your own. Now you have wireless communication project, like you have transmitter and a remote receiver in some end, and you transmit the data using some various kinds of communication type like Wi-Fi. We have Li-Fi. We have many more. Now comes the sensor. I know that sensor is part is very much hardware based, but still software people use sensors a lot in their own projects, because uh, sensor integration is not done without the software codes, or without coding sensors can't work. So for that reason, hardware and software needs to be collaborated with each other and to create some sensor based projects. So as I said earlier, that there is a kind of classification where hardware and software both are required. So sensor is that kind of project where hardware and software both are required. Okay, so now comes the question, how to start off with a project. So I know that many of you will be thinking about, how can we start? Like we haven't done any project earlier in school life, so we need some pathway, we need some guide to start off with a project. So yeah, project is built in a step by step manner. Project is built in a step by step manner. Like you need to follow some given steps, and according to that steps, your outcome of the project will start to evolve. Okay, let's see what are the steps. Step 1, we have to find our own niche. Niche is basically what is our interest, where our interest is more. Like some, like mechanical, electrical, civil people will have more interest on their hardware stream, as the stream is hardware, compared to CSE IML students where their interest will be in the software part. Similarly, you need to select the topic based on your niche. Now, after selecting the topic, that okay, this is my topic and I'm going to make the project on this topic, after that you need to write down something, that is the time you will be requiring for completing the project or completing the parts of the project. After that, what are the resources required for your project, and after that, the expertise. Here expertise means basically teachers, but you can also consult your alumni or other branch teachers as well, but basically your mentor is considered as the expertise. Okay, now you need to create a team with the proper people or students. I mean proper people here, like you need someone who are willing to do the project and also who have some capability of doing something. I know they are not experienced because they haven't done any project, but they have that will. The willpower is very much required in building a good project. So you need to create a team where people are very much interested in the project and they really want to do something. Okay, so this is the first step. Now comes the second step, which is the topic analysis. So topic analysis means you need to state the objective of the project first. Like if my project is something, then its use will be somewhere in the world, in the vast world. So you need to decide that first. What is the application of my project? And based on that, it is going to create an objective of the project. After that, you need to check the feasibility. Feasibility means whether I've suppose I have thought of a project A. Suppose the name of the project is A and it is used to help a farmer. Okay, suppose. Now I need to check whether the this A project is actually possible in a real world or it is not. Like we can think anything, like, you know, as humans are very much prone to think something, to dream, but every dream doesn't come true, right? So in that case, you need to first check whether the project we are thinking of is feasible or not. Is it possible in the real world or not? And if I think that it is possible or not, it is best way to check whether it is possible or not is to read the literature review. Literature review means, suppose the same project is done by some people. Okay, this same project is done by some people earlier than myself or my team, and you need to read their research paper or their review, what they've written about the project, and you will be getting some more ideas and some more feasible options of creating your own project. So this is the best way to know whether your project is feasible or not. Now comes our third point, to identify the hardware and software requirements. So identifying for hardware projects, identifying hardware requirements is very easy, but as such for software people, I don't think so there are any software requirements as such. But there are requirements, like they need to jot down which are the softwares they are going to use, or for which of the part, how they are going to use them, and when they are going to use them. So this is all about this jotting down part, like you need to identify the requirements. After that comes the main part, that is project workflow. Here your team and you will be deciding together how your project is going to proceed, and what are the design, or every detailing of the project will be decided before creating the project. You will not be doing this after you're starting with off with your prototype. Okay, first you need to decide everything software. Like you need to decide the design, you need to decide the architecture. Basically designing, under architecture it comes the weight, height, breadth, everything. After that, how the project is going to work. Like next point, as I have said, that it is flowchart. Flowchart means, suppose you need to create a dateline, a timeline, that 1 to 1st to 7th day I will be taking for the designing part of the project. Then from 8th to 14th day I will be taking the sensor integration part. So on it will be carried on. You need to decide everything, whether what are the checkpoints you need to say. And after that comes the fifth step. You need to start developing the prototype. After all the planning, you need to start developing the prototype here now, because it's high time you know everything about your project. You know how the project is working, how the project will work, what is the design, everything. Now you need to start off it in real life. Okay, you need to start developing the project. When you will be developing the projects, you will overcome some complex challenges, because see, as you are an engineering student, you are prone to face challenges in your whole life from now on. So after that, if you face some complex challenges and your job is to give solution to the challenges which you are facing. So being an engineer, you should be capable of doing this. I know that for first year students it might be very much tough. You can take help of your teachers, alumni, or seniors, but best way to overcome challenges is to understand it by yourself, research it by yourself, and then try to solve it by yourself. Then you will learn something. Okay, after all these 6 steps are done, you need to keep some few days for testing. Mind it, this is very much important, because from my own experience I can say, like I was when I was in my first year, I was doing a project based on some sensors, and one of those sensors, which was very much which was the main sensor in that project, stopped working just the night before the main competition day. So, and I as I was in my first year, I was not aware about this topic, that you need to test your project continuously. So I didn't test it, I just tested one night before the competition. So I know what I had to do on that day. I had to go to the market again, I had to buy everything. So based on this, I can say you that you need to keep some days for testing. Okay, so this is the topic which I wanted to say, yeah, which I wanted to break down in front of you. So if you like the video, please subscribe to my channel, And if you want any improvement in my video, then you can let me know in the comment section. Or if you want to connect with me, you can connect through Instagram and also through the YouTube comments. I will surely help you out. And for any other projects like queries, you can always ask me. I'm always there. Okay, so thank you. Thanks for watching. Till then, your Robotics Bhaiya is signing off. Thank you.